What is up, guys? Welcome to the Being Beautifully Honest podcast and channel. Thanks for being here, being subbed. If you're not, hit the button. And if you're listening on YouTube, hit the like. It's like walking in the room and hitting that light switch. Let's brighten up the place and get into this beautifully honest reaction. All right, guys. Armon Wiggins did an interview with Jaguar Wright, and I must say, I'm not surprised because I knew it was coming eventually. We know she did one with Tasha K a few years ago. She did the one that went viral with Storm Monroe. She's done a bunch with the other one, the Blue Couch people, forgive me, Real Life Production, that's their name. And I knew eventually she was going to be sitting down with Armon Wiggins, especially now that he is on Fox Soul. But I felt like this was an uncomfortable moment for him because he is now a co-host and co-worker, and I'm assuming friend, of Claudia Jordan. Now, I'll give him kudos for going there with asking some questions that he may have felt uncomfortable with. What he was like, get the camera off me, put it on Jaguar because I didn't say it. This is what she said. I want to play some of this and give my reaction to it because she went there when it came to Claudia Jordan.
Love it.
Killing
Claudia.
You're doing great.
Now, Claudia mentioned you, and she mentioned, because you've been going viral a lot with the Diddy stuff and all of these things, and she just kind of said, you know, hey, Jaguar, even like to your credit, she was supporting you, and you came out and dragged Claudia Jordan.
I mean, it really wasn't a drag. It was more just like an elbow to the ribs.
So why? Because you allege that she is one of Diddy's girls.
Because of Corey.
Who is Corey?
Cathy Coriana White. She was a Jay-Z girl. And her and Claudia were friends. And she disappeared. The second that she was about to speak up about her story. And Claudia was supposed to be her friend.
Child.
And that's what, just claim your friend. You don't gotta talk about it. You probably signed an NDA, and that's fine. We won't ask. You signed a nigga, don't ask. But don't act like that wasn't your friend.
Listen, Jaguar, she's not retracting. She's not taking anything back. And we talked about this a little bit before, guys. I said I get it. Like, if she is just like, I just want to live long and prosper and I want to move on. That happened years ago and I ain't had nothing to do with it, but I kind of know what happened. But don't get me involved in it because I don't want to end up like my friend that I'm not really claiming at this point, and told Tasha K that we were not friends. I knew of her, but we were not. Child, that's a lot. But Jaguar, she's not taking it back. She said they were friends, and I don't think Jaguar's lying about that.
Okay. Well, you know, she's my coworker. That's my girl. So I just want to
I'm not
ask,
trying to
you
start
know,
any beef.
yes, because I work with her, so I cannot. This all alleged.
We're not gonna get into that.
This has nothing to do. The thoughts and the views of Jaguar Wright are not the thoughts and views of my.
Me.
Yes, and listen, if Claudia said that was not her friend like that, then I have to stand by her.
That's fine, but just because that's the way she's choosing to remember it, doesn't mean that people don't have different memories.
Okay.
The truth is, Cathy was the boss, and Claudia was the waitress. If Cathy...
And when she's saying that, she's not saying literally Cathy owned a restaurant and Claudia was a waitress in the restaurant. You know what she's saying. She's pretty much like Cathy in terms of the lineup. Cathy was the head, you know what, in charge.
Hadn't have been around, there's a lot of opportunities that Claudia wouldn't have gotten. And I remember that because I was there.
You were there as in what? Like
I'm talking about we were all around partying at the Kit Kat Club. Claudia knows about the Kit Kat Club. And she was always in Diddy's private booth. I was there because I was there with Breon, Jamie Foxx's personal manager, and Bryce because I was about to sign to Sony. We were all there. Kim was there. Kimura was there. We were all there.
Okay, let's move on from Claudia.
We'll move on. All I'm saying is, it's a little disrespectful to pretend like you weren't friends.
Okay.
Because, God damn it, that was the girl to know. That was one of the girls to know.
Yeah, and please make sure the camera is not on me. Like, make sure we're switching to Jag when she's saying certain things and these things. Like, don't put that on me.
I'm sorry, Armon.
Well, Armon, what do you expect? You're interviewing Jaguar Wright. She's going to say what she's going to say. So if it's not coming out of your mouth, then you're good. And if you're just asking questions, you're asking questions. But the pictures are out there of Cathy and Claudia being together. And as much as Claudia tried to deny, and even when Tasha K brought it up, she wasn't. This is the thing. Tasha K was not trying to be messy. She does what she does with the comedy and the gossip and just kind of intermingling the two, which makes it entertaining. But when she made reference of Claudia always being around a bunch of side chicks, it was a joke, but also a joke in some opinions of people that think that, yeah, it does kind of look that way. Because Cathy White was allegedly Jay-Z's mistress, and then she's no longer alive. And I remember years ago reading about that stuff on the blogs on sandrarose.com years ago. I used to be on her blog religiously back in the days when I was a legal assistant and I was in my office and I was doing my little breaks or, in between typing up pleadings and discovery and all the other things that I was doing. Yeah, I was scrolling those blogs, and I remember years ago, and a lot of that stuff got scrubbed from the internet. If you go on Sandra Rose's blog and you type in Cathy White and Jay-Z, some of the stories will still come up, but the pictures are gone. Why is that? But I remember it from years ago. I remember that stuff. And I remember the stories about this woman being Jay-Z's alleged mistress, and then somehow she miraculously had a brain aneurysm and passed away.
Okay, but Claudia, I love you, Claudia. So listen, I'll see you Monday.
And Claudia, I don't hate you.
Yes.
I'm just asking you a relevant question. How crazy?
Your camera's right there, Jack.
To not acknowledge how crazy is it not to acknowledge someone we all know was your friend? And what was so terrible about that friendship that you're choosing to act like it never happened? Mm-hmm. Now, that's a relevant question. That would be like asking Missy Elliott. Imagine if Missy Elliott said, "Oh yeah, me and Aaliyah was never friends. We was never cool." You know what I'm saying? Like, that would look fucking crazy. Mm-hmm. I don't know.
All right,
So yeah, and when you put it in that way, absolutely, Aaliyah died tragically. But if Missy were to deny that they had a friendship, she would be looking weird out here. If Claudia and this woman were friends, it does look crazy for her to deny having a friendship. She doesn't have to come out and say, yeah, she was my friend, and I believe that Jay-Z and his people had something to do with her passing away, and I don't believe she really had a brain aneurysm. Even if you think that, you don't have to come out and say it but to deny it, and then to go off on Tasha K, and then to threaten to sue Jaguar because, they're talking about it, but I never heard her say anything about Liz Crokin, the journalist who was the one that stirred this back up, because when she recently came back up a few months ago to question this and to want Jay-Z to be investigated for his what she thought involvement in Cathy White's untimely demise, and she mentioned Claudia Jordan. Why would this woman bring Claudia Jordan up if they weren't friends? But to go off on Tasha K and then Jaguar Wright, it just looked weird to me. And it just gave more question to the fact that what is she hiding? But anyway, guys, I wanted to just talk about that part really quick from the interview. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Thanks for being here, liking, and subscribing. I'm Beth, just being beautifully honest. So until next time, I wanted to keep it brief, beautiful, and now I'm going to say bye.